let's start off this TED Talk with a very, you know, personal but very relatable concept. Let's say that one of your grandparents are passing away. So you're in the hospital and you're with all your family and you see them there, and you are there and you're having, it's not a very fun time. You're, in the hospital, and there's nothing you could do, and they're just passing away in front of you, and you can't, like, it's very, like, very moving thing to watch happen. It's very, very sad for people. And what you can learn from that experience is that in life and in many other cases, that life will happen the way it's supposed to happen. And what I'm trying to say is that life is what it is, and sometimes you just can't do anything about it. Life will keep going forward, and you can't dwell on the fact that, this happened. I mean, obviously, you can grieve, grandparents dying, that's terrible, obviously. Have a moment of sadness, a moment of clarity with them. But sometimes for people, and I've seen this with a lot of people, it comes to the point where people, dwell on this for so long and will make it about themselves and think they're the problem and they're the reason why it's not. But even if it is, even if it's all this, you have to understand that life is what it is, and there's sometimes, and in many times, there's nothing you can do about it. And now people could argue in other examples, maybe extremely lighter cases, let's say you get a bad grade in the test. People will say, oh, you could have studied for that, you could have done something that. I'm like, and I would argue in a different way. Even if you did study, I study for almost all my tests. I don't do good in every test, and I don't think everyone does good in every other test, But to put all the pressure and keep having the pressure on yourself more than anything is the reason why kids, and a lot of this in the school environment, that's why kids continue to fail. And I want to explain to them that, yeah, it can be hard, really hard. I've experienced it in many times in life. I've had friends who experienced this very hard, stressful times in their lives, and I want to tell them that life is what it is, and that if you keep moving forward, you're going to realize that a lot of this stuff is not going to matter, because then you'll have the motivation to study for the next test, and then in that test you'll do good. You'll have the motivation to do other things, pursue other things, pursue hobbies and this, and it'll make your life even more better, rather than staying on the things that really stress you out. It's very hard to put in words, because this is very much my own belief, and this is very much not something you can research, and I really don't have any, presentations to show you, but I wanted to say that, I wanted to tell a lot of people that life sucks, but don't dwell on the fact that it sucks. Dwell on the fact that you can do better next time. Dwell on the fact that it is what it is. Keep moving forward. And never give up. This year especially, I've been beaten down. Terrible school year. I've never, had a worse school year in my life. A lot of it was due to me, because I was trying really hard at the beginning. First quarter, I was trying so hard, and I was one of my worst quarter grades I've ever had in a while, and that really dismotivated me. And that really made me feel like I'm worthless, and that I can't do it, and that my 2 AP classes, that's gonna follow me for the rest of my whole life, because then I'm not gonna be able to get a job, and I'm not gonna go into college. It just all stress kept building up. But I look back now, and it's like I'm so stupid. I look back at myself and I think I'm so stupid, because I could have just sat there and realized I tried my hardest, and I did, I tried really hard. Sure, I got a C, but I got A's and B's, and I got the one C that messed me up. And you know you tried your hardest, so don't dwell on the fact. It is what it is. Yeah, you can be sad about it, but don't kill yourself over this pressure that you put on yourself that no one else is putting on you. What I'm trying to say is that, in a way, this is a good way to look at life. Because once you start seeing this way, you start seeing it, how you can affect other people's lives. I have friends that, they'll be so stressed out about something. And I tell them, like, yeah, you can be stressed out about it, but once it's done and it's over, at that point you can't do anything about it, and it's gone. That's a part of your history at this point. But you know what? That doesn't define who you are. You gotta keep moving forward. And that one mistake, sure, people may look back and sometimes they'll laugh at you, but then you can show them all the good parts that you've done and all the achievements that you've completed, and it'll be all worth your while to just think it is what it is. Thank you.